You're listening to Flush Your Fat for Good with Jackie and Dr. Vicky, only on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us. My name is Jackie Padgett-Baird.
And I'm Dr. Vicky Arcani.
And we are the co-creators of Flush Your Fat for Good, Be Lean and Healthy for Life. It's not just a diet to lose fat. It's a lifestyle. In fact, it's not a diet at all. And we've discussed this before. It's a lifestyle. And we, have taught a lot of people how to do this lifestyle through our book that we wrote called Flush Your Fat for Good. And you can find that on Amazon. You can also find it on our website called flushyourfat4good.com. And it's something that's different, but it's not difficult. When you start the lifestyle quickly, you start to notice things that really start making a huge change. And that's why we're excited. We're going to talk to Kyle Parks today and introduce him shortly. But I want to let you know that when we do Did You Know That segment, today we're going to do the Did You Know That segment on something that we're very, very excited about. And that is we now have coaches that are one-on-one for 1 hour or an entire month or more. So these are senior coaches. They're certified and they have been around the block. They're Coach Sue, Coach Jennifer, Coach Katie.
And they're products of the product. So
Yep.
they're practicing the lifestyle. Phase 2, they reach their goals and this is how they live.
Yeah, and I'm going over onto the Facebook page to make sure everybody in the room is happening here, because I know Coach Jennifer is always,
Manning the chat room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at it
She
right
does a
there.
good job, too. Thanks, Jennifer.
Yeah. Yeah, there she is. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay, shout out to Jennifer. The coaches are 1 hour of a one-on-one or for the month, or if you want another month. But something's going on now that we're excited about. We're having a contest.
Woo.
Yoo-hoo.
Ooh, baby. La, 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 la. We need...
And
I don't have a music cue here. I would...
no, and don't
Da,
try.
da, da, da. Yeah.
Don't give up your day gig. The contest is to win a one-on-one hour with one of our certified coaches.
Wow.
So that means there's going to be 3 winners, okay?
Right.
All you have to do is write to us and explain to us in 2 paragraphs or less. Don't do a dissertation. Don't give us a book.
No. Brief.
Yeah.
Brief.
Like
Bullets.
2 paragraphs or less.
Mm-hmm.
Don't make your paragraphs 2 pages. But tell us why it's that important for you to have a jump start with one of our senior coaches. And, why is it important? Why is it a great need for you? And we're all going to read them and figure out who is going to get a one-on-one free coaching session. So one of you guys, all 3 of you are going to be able to jumpstart before January 1st, because what does everybody do January 1st? You know, don't you? No. He's like, this is all new to him. Your New Year's resolution. Most people on a New Year's resolution is I'm going to lose more weight or make more money or both.
The whole world, advertisements everywhere, radio, TV. It's all about getting that weight off.
Right. And if you can get started before January 1st,
Yes, that's the trick.
that's the key. And that's when we did the 2 study groups
Right.
to make sure that this lifestyle really does create rapid, safe fat loss. You think better, you sleep better, your moods are better, your digestion, absorption, and elimination is better, and you have rapid, safe fat loss. So what we want you to do is email us at contests, that's with an S at the end, contests.
CONTEST.
S.
S.
Contests.
Plural.
Yeah. At
At-
flushyourfatforgood.com. flash-your-fat-for-good.com. And I think Coach Jennifer, she can throw that in there. Shout out to Hillary.
Woohoo!
Hi, Hillary.
I just want to say something about the coaches.
Okay.
And this, I just want everyone out there to know this lifestyle works, period. If you are on the lifestyle and you feel like it's not working properly for you, or you're not achieving what you should be achieving compared to everyone else, or you feel like it's not working for you, you must be doing something that is preventing that from working. This is why we have these senior coaches, because you really do need help at times, someone to troubleshoot you, and it could be a plateau, could be something like that is very normal and physiologically healthy. Because imagine you're losing a ton of weight, right? You lose a ton of fat, a ton of weight, and all your heart is going to shrink because there's less square inches for the heart to pump, the blood to. Right. You have excess capillaries. You have veins that had to be formed to go to the parts of the body. And, when you lose a bunch of weight, like you can lose 10 pounds a
15.
week.
No, 5.
10 pounds a month for women, 15 for the men, right?
Yeah,
or
right.
more for the men because they have testosterone.
Yeah.
Lucky you, Kyle.
That's why we hate them.
Anyway, imagine you lose, we've had people lose, 40 pounds, 4 months, and they're 40 pounds lighter. We don't do pounds, we do inches, but for a measurement, some people do get on the scale, once in a great while.
They're called scaleaholics.
Right. And so
because the scale's a big fat liar. Yeah. We all know that.
So you have to have what's called apoptosis. You have to have your blood vessels dissolve, your extra veins dissolve. Your heart has to reduce in size. The arteries are probably very large to push out through the entire body. And then when you lose the weight, lose the fat, the vessels can get smaller. All this has to take place in the body. And so the body goes on a pause. It goes on a health leave so that it can get healthier, and readjust itself. So my point is, if you're feeling something that is not working for you with this, we don't want you to just throw your arms up and say, another diet that didn't work. Number one, it's not a diet.
Right.
But it does work. There's something you're doing wrong. Maybe you're not waiting long enough with your foods, your protein. Maybe you wait 2.5 hours instead of 4 hours, something. But that's why we have the senior coaches. And you can go on our website and, book an appointment with them either for a month or for one session just to get a fine tune, or troubleshooting. So I'm sure you could achieve whatever it is you need to achieve with our Flush Your Fat for Good.
Yeah, and they also know tricks of the trade.
Sure.
They know certain things that with all
they're
and
veterans.
We're going to do another podcast. We did one a couple of weeks ago introducing all 3 of them. We're going to do that again, so you can learn from each one of them as to their specialties. But the best way to get started as well is to go to our website, flushyourfatforgood.com, go into the store, and there you can go down to the products section, and there is our Starter Kit 1. This is special. We're doing this to help everybody get through the holidays and to make it to where January 1st they don't have to do a New Year's resolution. They're going to be so excited. With Starter Kit 1, or Getting Started Kit, we call it, you not only have the workbook. See, we have the workbook, which is 44 pages and gives you the blueprint on how to get started. It also gives you our paperback book, which is like, all the science and all the reasoning behind it, plus other things, especially what's in the workbook.
Explanation.
But it gives you the
Studies.
charts. It gives you one of Kyle's favorite things, the shopping list.
Yep, that makes it really easy.
Yeah, he loves it. And then it gives you the CLA and the GLA, which is the gamma-linolenic acid and also the conjugated linoleic acid. These are the essential fatty acids.
You say those very well.
Yes, I practice.
She practices in the shower.
Say that 3 times fast. And then this starter kit is comes with a free month of the VIP membership.
Wow, that's a deal.
It's serious,
That's
dude.
a serious
Yeah,
deal
I'm
to get
telling you.
started. Yeah.
Because that gives you all 23 videos. You can watch Dr. Vicky and I not only being interviewed and asking about all the pillars that we have, the reasoning behind it. It's chock full of education, but then you're also looking at, we're cooking in the kitchen, all the recipes that we call the staples, and then we have over 100 audios of troubleshooting for the last 4 years. So, you can just go on to that section and say you've got an issue with this, issue with that, whatever, or you're curious or you want to learn more. You just do hashtag whatever,
Right.
and it pops up. And then it's like a 5-minute, maybe 8-minute at the most audio that you can listen to Dr. Vicky and myself troubleshooting someone else that was starting
Those
the
are
lifestyle.
tremendous. You
Yeah,
learn
these
so
are
much from those.
Pearls of wisdom, okay? So, what happened not too long ago, I guess 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Kyle decided, well, you tell us, but I've known Kyle because he's been best friends with my son Tucker. And all of a sudden, Kyle is thrown into the heaps of, I have to get healthier and do better. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to move
Put that
this
up,
up
yeah.
just a little so people can
There
hear
you go.
Okay, so how did this happen? Because I didn't throw I didn't hog tie you and throw you in the trunk and say, here, you're doing this.
Well, basically, I was just tired of eating poor food and, not being able to do the things that I do like to do. And I was, just want to get back to doing that.
Like what?
Racing my motorcycles and just a lot of things.
You do a lot. You
Yeah.
surf,
Yeah.
you skateboard.
All that stuff was
I
a
mean,
lot easier, though.
he's
little
a California
little while
boy.
ago.
Yeah, it's burdensome,
Yeah,
right? You're
yeah.
exhausted when
the
you
extra
do
weight
it.
is just not working out, so
Mm-hmm.
we got to find a solution.
It's interrupting your quality of life.
Yeah, exactly.
And how are you feeling?
Now,
No, before.
oh, I was really tired all the time, napping a couple times a day. Just
Wow.
couldn't keep myself awake,
Wow, 24 years old.
and
That's
just bloated all the time.
Yeah.
And my digestive system just definitely was not working out.
I know your friend Colin was over and Kyle was telling him, I'm not napping anymore. He's like, what?
What? What happened?
Yeah, me and Colin actually just went on a trip to Bishop fishing, and I was napping the whole trip. We'd leave one lake to go fish another spot, and it'd be a 20-minute drive, and I'd fall asleep in between, 20 minutes, and just it wasn't good.
Yeah,
You were
he
always
said-
on our couch sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was, yeah. Where's Kyle?
Where's Kyle? He's sleeping.
No, just
On the
find the
couch.
couch.
Yeah.
But Colin was like, yeah, I wanted to show him Bishop. I wanted to show him the mountains.
Yeah.
I wanted to show him
Yeah.
the lakes. And it was like, what are you doing? You're
I definitely
sleeping.
missed a lot, even on the drive up there, I was sleeping most of the way. It's a 6-hour drive, and I probably slept 4 hours on the way there.
So
Wow.
You all have to understand, Kyle's young. He's 24 years old. What is this all about? And we have, what do we need? We need to get 100 off you?
Yeah,
About
that's
100?
the goal.
Uh-huh. So you started 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is the beginning of the 3rd week.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing of the whole lifestyle?
Oh, definitely my lattes. The lattes are my favorite part.
I know the girls that are watching, especially Coach Jennifer. She can't even start one of our conference calls without her.
Right.
latte.
Oh God.
Are you sleeping? How are you sleeping now? Good?
Oh yeah, definitely much better than I was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Because now I sleep way deeper now, and no naps during the day at all.
And then you get out of bed and you feel good when you get out of bed?
Oh yeah, the other day I was running down the hall to go get my fruit.
I'm going to move you closer this
We
way.
were
Oh, the mic. Okay. They need to hear you better. Okay.
we went to church on Sunday and he was sitting next to me on the aisle seat and we stood for a prayer or something and then we sat down and he goes, out of the blue, he just goes, I feel good. I'm like,
Yep.
you do, Kyle? And he goes, yeah, I feel good. I mean,
That's good.
That was music to my ears. I'm going, oh my gosh.
Yeah, Coach Jennifer said, "Gotta have my latte." Right on, Kyle. Hi, Mary. Mary Herbs on.
Oh, hi, Mary.
You know,
She's our biggest fan.
yeah. Is this difficult to do?
No, not at all.
Okay, because a lot of people, especially your age, it's going to be like,
Yeah, they don't want to be bothered. But
No,
look,
it's
he's
like
got
a-
his cran flush
Oh,
with
yeah.
a ton of ginger in there.
Yeah, I love the ginger.
And he's did you make your chicken salad?
I made it a couple days ago. I made a bunch though, so
So you
I'm good for
do you know,
about 4 days.
was that hard to learn to do or?
No, the second time we did it, I got it down, so I got that down now.
There you go. I mean, even Kyle,
Takes like,
24-year-old can make it.
25 minutes to make, and you're good for like 3-4 days.
Wow.
yeah, no, he did good. He also gave some to his dad to check out.
Yeah,
And
he liked it?
Yeah.
So,
Amazing.
but with the one thing that I know you noticed, first of all, when you wake up, I've never seen this in my life. He runs to get his what?
My fruit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's
I
up
was
with the
running down the
fruit?
hall.
Get a little closer. What's up with the fruit?
I just really like the fruit now. It really helps me my digestive system.
Not only that, but it's so good.
Oh yeah.
And you can eat as much as you want. Tell us
Yeah.
about your dinner last night. You were just telling me earlier
Oh
about your
yeah.
dinner.
I had a bunch of asparagus, mushrooms, bell peppers, a full steak, and a bowl of cauliflower. So,
And was it enough for you?
oh yeah. And I wasn't bloated after I ate it either.
Right.
So that was really weird.
He sat here before the show and he says, "Oh my God, I had such a dinner last night." He says it was so much food. It was so good.
Yeah, but the funny thing was, Colin, his friend, was over ordering a what?
Oh, a pizza.
Pizza? Oh man.
Said if I ate that, you know how
Oh.
you would have felt after that, right?
Oh, I would have felt really bloated and definitely still bloated the next day. You know?
And Kyle was only into this, I think, a week. And he went down to Mexico with Jackie's son, his friend, Tucker.
Yep.
And so he was like, Jackie's like, okay, just text me if you need, if you need help or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure you get in touch with me if, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. I don't know what to eat. Tell us what you ate at the Italian restaurant.
Oh, with the cauliflower crust?
Yes.
Oh, I had a barbecue chicken pizza with cauliflower crust.
There you go.
So that was pretty
Was it
simple
enough
and
food?
it was really good. So
Enough food for you?
yeah, it was a whole little pizza. So
So
definitely not getting starved.
See, you can. What a concept! You
wait,
can eat out.
listen to that line.
What?
Definitely not getting starved.
He's not starving.
Yeah.
That's what everybody's worried
And-
about when they diet.
And what did you say right before this? You were eating enough food or not eating enough food before you started this?
Not enough food. I thought it was a lot of food because I was always bloated, but I eat a lot more now and I'm not bloated. So it's weird.
So your brother said to you today, what?
My legs look skinnier and tighter.
Now we're into the third week.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Well, the weird thing was the first week, at the end of the first week, I went to go scratch the inside of my thigh, and it used to be really loose and flabby, and now I could just scratch my skin is definitely just tightened up altogether. It's
Wow.
really crazy.
See, and
That's the protein being absorbed now.
That's exactly because a lot of people feel as though because we deal with the Power 100 heroes. That's Coach Jennifer is the host of that call on Wednesday.
Right.
And these are for people that are 100 plus pounds. Okay. And we have some that are 550, 400, 300. We have people
Bed
that
bound in bed.
bed bound, yeah. And the biggest concern is when they lose so much weight, is their skin going to be hangy? Okay, granted, Kyle's 24 years old, but we have seen people his age that were obese, that when they lost their weight in the wrong way,
Yes.
they were gaunt,
Oh
they
yeah.
were unhealthy looking.
Loose skin.
Have you ever seen that? Where people,
Yeah.
they get,
Definitely.
Did you ever see that movie Thinner?
No, I
Oh,
haven't.
it's what's his name? The scare movie guy. The guy gets real thin and his skin
Stephen
is like,
King?
Stephen King. Very good. Ooh.
Write that on the calendar.
Yeah, and he gets really thin and his skin is just hanging. Well, that's what happens if you watch those shows, My 600-Pound Life. They have to get a skin surgery, and we know people who have been doing this for like 4 years who lost 100 pounds, and they did not have to get the skin surgery. Right. Although we don't object to that if you need it. If you're older and it's not coming back, not elastic enough, that's fine. But we have so many people that their skin just, tightened up it's from the protein.
Because of digestion, absorption, and elimination
Correct.
of your amino acids.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You couldn't?
It was first weekend, and that was just the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, and now Jennifer just said, my skin has shrunk and tightened up. Shout out to Kathleen. Thank you for joining us. I'm glad you have the electricity on.
Yeah.
She's up there with PG&E.
Yeah.
Ugh, don't get me started.
We're in fire season, so they're
Jennifer lost
cutting us
over
off.
90 pounds and no surgery. So if you guys, she's one of the senior coaches. And
well, you know why that happens with the skin is it's starvation.
right.
There's starvation diets where you're eating the protein. You are fulfilling the nourishment to the skin. And protein is really important for your skin.
Well, it's like when you held up that spark plug. We've rarely had guests that have spark plugs.
In
but
their pockets.
You just never know. Where's your spark plug?
All right.
And what'd you say about the spark plug in the car?
Oh, it's the number one thing that makes your car run.
Let me see it.
Without the spark plug,
There it is.
You're not really
There's the
doing
spark plug.
I'm not lying.
He's got a tattoo on his
He's
leg.
got it on
That's
his
how
leg.
much he believes in spark
Spark
plugs.
plugs are so important to Kyle. I mean, you ask him if he wants $100,000, he'll say no. Just give me spark plugs.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that either.
I'd have to hit you if you said that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you want to talk to people and do an analogy, and he just said, we were talking about cars and he had the spark plug because he's working on cars. He goes, this is it. This is without this, right?
Yeah.
That's the spark. Okay, well, that's what digestion, absorption, and elimination is all about, because you can eat all the food you want. But if you're not digesting and absorbing, you're not getting the nutrition and the energy that you require to build, repair, and maintain the integrity of your bone, blood, tissue, organs, regulate your hormones, assist your brain. Aren't you thinking better?
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're not going to have metabolism, a healthy metabolism either if you're not digesting, because the food's just going to sit there and finally come out, or you'll be constipated, bloated,
Yeah.
and it's not a good situation.
Right. So I'm coaching Kyle. And with our one-on-one coaches for a 1-hour free session to get you jump-started. And I highly recommend you order the Getting Starter Kit 1. That would, you have no idea. By January, we're in the middle of October, right? So that's 2.5 months.
Right.
Right. That could be a good 25 pounds.
So, do you think you're getting the hang of this? Like, do you have it yet, or
Definitely.
see?
Yeah.
And how long it took? What? How many weeks?
Took a week.
A week. See?
Yeah.
But he asks questions
Yes.
All the time I'm asking
Yeah.
questions every day.
because he's committed.
Yeah.
He's committed. That's the big.
But this is not just about getting back
No.
on your dirt bike.
No,
No.
definitely not. It's definitely more than that,
Yeah, you want a little chickadee next year, don't you?
for sure.
He wants a future. He wants to enjoy.
Yeah, I want a future. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the road you were going on was only going to go down in health and physical, and just wasn't going to happen for you.
Nope, it was not.
No. And then a shout out to Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And
I
I was going to say, Lisa, she's a coach, and it's very, very important for her to help others.
Yes.
Because she also works in a cafeteria for, I think, high school, right? And she has to make the foods.
And she's living the lifestyle
She
too.
lives a lifestyle, but it's torture for her because she has to feed kids foods she knows are not.
good for them.
Yeah.
If you're in or would like to come in, join our Flush Your Fat for Good Buddies Facebook group, you can go on your Facebook page and then in the search box, type in Flush Your Fat for Good Buddies and then request to join the room. And you'll have to answer some questions, and then we will let you in the room, allow you to come in the room. But that's where we have available to ask questions 24/7. We have more than 100 coaches that are in the room globally. In how many countries? 4? 5 countries. And we have about 1,400 people, I think, in the room right now. And everybody helps everybody. It's a wonderful community. So like Kyle's doing, he's asking questions all the time. That's what you need to do. The more questions you ask, the faster you're going to get this down. It's going to be automatic for you.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this is not like you're just doing this until you meet a girlfriend, right?
No, it's not only about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but if
You want to keep the fat off.
Oh
for
yeah,
good.
for sure.
So
Yeah, I've already lost weight once, and it wasn't the right way. So
yeah.
this
Right.
is a lot better, and
now
You get to eat, for crying out loud.
I eat better now than I was, a couple weeks ago. So it's really incredible.
but I mean it's trippy because he used to drag himself around, and then in the morning he wakes up, he runs to get that apple or whatever.
Yep.
And, yeah, but he knows, and I think your dad was saying, Kyle was at work the other day, and he says, no, I can't eat that yet. I got to wait till my protein digests in 4 hours.
Yeah. If you're really on top of all that, it works. So
Yeah.
That's the key, because it's physiology and biochemistry. It takes 4 hours for protein to get out of your stomach.
Yep.
And so you can put something else, like fruit, a different food group. You can put that down there. Fruit is always eaten alone, always.
But the latte,
The latte.
yeah,
the latte is happening.
that's why I'm running for my fruit, so I can wait that 20 minutes in the morning and then go straight into my latte. So
He's got it down, man, because
Yeah.
he's got the froth up, he's got it all
Got a
frothed up.
frother. If you,
oh yeah,
Jackie has this frother, and then we have a couple master frothers out there.
Oh, yeah.
that build the mound of foam on there.
that's me for sure.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
too. You're
yeah.
the master frother.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Is it?
That's Kathleen, too.
I
Yeah.
got it down now.
Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Oh man. And then what do you put in your latte?
We put the cacao.
Cacao
Well,
powder.
He likes cacao powder.
I do that every once in a while. That's
Uh-huh.
not my favorite thing. I do the
peptides.
peptides
Uh-huh.
and the
You're doing soy milk.
soy milk, and
pepper, cayenne
yeah,
pepper.
the cayenne pepper. I like the cayenne pepper, a lot of it.
He does a lot of it.
Yeah.
He says I put a layer on top.
The first time I had one of those lattes, I ended up sweating so much I hopped in the pool, and that was a couple weeks ago, and it was freezing. So
Well, there you go. It increases your metabolism. That's what it does.
That's right.
it really
works.
does.
It
Yeah.
really does, and the coffee does too.
Yeah. I have
You
my
start
second
getting-
coffee around probably 8 o'clock, so I can stay up and watch a movie before I go to sleep, and then that's it.
If you have your coffee, you'll notice that you get really hot.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
afternoon when I have my second, I'm like, phew! I have to turn the air on in
That's
the
why
house.
I jumped in the pool.
Yeah.
I downed that coffee the first time. I didn't know what I was getting into. And it's just I had to jump in the pool. I was
I
sweating
know.
so
I didn't
hard.
know it. He was just like making a beeline to the pool.
It's like a
Oh,
blur.
yeah.
And I'm
Jackie
like-
walks out. She's like probably wondering, what is this kid
What you're
doing?
doing? He goes, wow, that cayenne pepper really works.
Oh my god.
But now
He keeps telling us if you ever get a new house, you have to have a pool. You have to always have a pool
Yeah.
so you can jump into it.
But the cayenne pepper is a thermogenic.
Correct.
So we use soy milk or we use goat milk. We don't do coconut or almond. There's not enough protein in it. And this latte, and you'll learn about it in our workbook and also in
In
our
the book,
paperback book. It's a 20-gram drink. So
Protein, 20 grams of protein.
Yeah, 20-gram protein drink.
Correct.
Exactly. Because we're putting structured peptides in it, branched chain amino acids, and we recommend certain kinds in the book. And then also, you're doing organic coffee. We want nothing to do with commercial because it's the most sprayed crop. And
It hypes you up. Makes
What?
me sick, nauseous. Like
yeah.
Starbucks or
Well, once you go off of the pesticide coffees and then you go on to
Right.
the organic coffees, you notice the
Oh
difference.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
you kind of feel sick on the pesticides.
But then we noticed, and Kyle noticed this, when he does his morning latte, he takes his time. He
Oh
drinks
yeah,
it.
it takes me probably 20 minutes to drink it.
Right. And then at nighttime,
Yeah, it takes me like half the time.
yeah, he's just downing
Down
it
in
down.
it. Yeah.
It's his dessert.
It's like the Italians in Italy. They have bars, they call them. And you walk in and they have these tall tables, round tables, and you just get your coffee and whoop. It's like
Yeah.
a shot, you know,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
get your little shot of espresso.
Yeah. But the other thing I showed him is Jackie's coconut chia seed pudding.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, that was the first
Hello.
for last night. Yeah.
Well, I think and so I showed him that and how to make it. He went immediately out to Trader Joe's, got himself the coconut milk in
Cream,
the can.
the cream.
Cream.
Yeah,
Yep,
the cream.
And then chia seeds. And then we had some cacao, not the cacao nibs, but some cacao. So
Yeah.
we chunked it up, put it in there. Cacao is not cocoa.
It's
Cacao
not, yeah,
is
it's not
a
hot
protein.
chocolate.
Right.
It's
But it-
cacao. It's a
yeah.
seed.
So you chunk it up, and then he liked it so much, he made some for his dad. The funny thing was when I said, okay, Kyle, part of the staples is goat yogurt with soaked nuts. Have you ever had that? No. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Goat? What?
So I said, he's sitting down on the couch, and I said, okay, this is what you have to do. You got to eat this all the time, okay? So he goes, okay, give it to me. So I hand him the bowl, and he takes
He actually
his,
moved in so that she could coach him.
right. So he takes one spoonful, and he's real quiet.
And you're waiting for, oh, man.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but the second day was all right. I couldn't really tell a difference between that and regular yogurt.
But the first thing he says is, "It's different."
Well, you know,
That is what I said, huh? Yeah.
the goat yogurt changes in the seasons. Like right now, it's very tart. In the summertime, I notice
Right.
it's sweeter. So it changes with the goats, you know, when they breed and have
And the grass.
and the grass, exactly, spring grass and compared to the winter grass. So
Kathleen-
you'll
That's
see-
something I'll notice.
You'll notice.
Yeah.
It
Cat-
It
tastes
is
very
tart
different.
right now. I could really tell that.
Somebody doesn't like the coconut cream. I know if you're not into coconut, but because of the chia seeds, it makes it like a pudding. So you can do it with soy milk. You can do it with something else, but the coconut cream makes it creamier. And if you do the soy milk, you can, well, I
I don't
guess.
really taste the coconut too
No.
much in it after.
No.
I
No.
thought I would, but no, it's really like
That's because we put the
bland,
cacao in
and
there
there's,
too.
like the chunks of
Yeah,
the,
it's like
Right.
a base. It's
Yeah.
like a pudding.
Yeah, it's a pudding.
It's good.
It's like yeah, and you put it in the freezer,
I
right?
put it in the freezer and kind of forgot about it, so it was kind of more like an ice cream last night.
See, that's cool. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
With Flush Your Fat for Good, we have a coaching course as well. And the coaching course is not just to make you a coach. It can make you a coach, and you'll learn more than most coaches around with nutrition and health. But people,
It's further education.
yeah, people like to educate themselves the best way possible, and they can't go to school, they can't go to a college, they can't go start an online course and continue with it. But with ours, it's 7 modules, and there's a test at the end of each module. And this teaches you not only why Flush Your Fat for Good works, but it also teaches you about biochemistry and physiology and how that plays a role with why this lifestyle works. So,
And it's believe me, it's a crash course. You could learn some of the things that we teach in that course, but you would probably have to go attend some kind of a nutritional course for 2 years, something like that. Ours is very concise. It's like we give you all the meat. It's all the meat in 7 courses and in 7 sessions, and it's also different and unique because it has 30 years of my clinical experience with my patients as the guinea pigs. So we tried and trued, and we found things that worked, and you are given that in our coaching course. It's very concise, loaded with information, and like I said, it would be dragged out probably for 2 years, because we know people who took nutritional courses for two years, and you would learn what we're going to teach, what we teach you in there. But this is like the best way to quickly get the meat, and you will know so much about nutrition that your friends will say, "Who are you, and where did you come from? You know?
Where'd you learn that?
Yeah, where did you learn that? How do you know that?" Here, you know.
You can have a huge conversation about bowel movements, that's for sure, because that's part of the course. Because it's really important that you understand your pipes, the pipes of life: digestion, absorption, and elimination. Now, there's other diet programs out there. There's all different kinds of things you see on TV. Not one of them talk about your digestion, absorption, and elimination, which should be at least 3 to 4 times a day. So, you know, this is Flush Your Fat for Good is not just about losing fat. It's not about losing weight, because weight is bone and muscle. It's about losing fat, and visceral fat. There's visceral fat that can suffocate your heart and your organs.
Not only that, but you're going to increase your lean muscle, increase your bone density, and decrease your total fat. And as we get older, those are 3 biomarkers of aging. It starts happening to you, and your muscles shrink. I forget the name of the medical term for it, but your muscles shrink as you get older, you age. It's a biomarker of aging. And with our lifestyle, your muscle mass increases. And we also recommend exercise, of course. You have to be active. And Kyle has been more active than I've seen him in the last year. He's moving quicker. We went to Pumpkin Patch on Saturday. It was a very long day, a lot of walking. We took the whole family with the baby and the granddaughter and everybody. And Kyle was great. He didn't have any issue, any pain, nothing. He wasn't out of breath. And prior to this, I noticed before you were out of breath. I mean, he scared me for such a young man.
Oh, yeah. We were, very alarmed at that.
You're going to build your muscle mass, and you're going to build your bone density. I mean, it happens. So what does that do? That helps us not to fall over as we get older. We want to stay upright. We want to be able to walk and be active. So activity is the key. And that's one of our pillars, exercise and sleep, where we tell you how to do that, and you do walking every day, 5 days a week.
Right. And your muscles hold up your skeletal structure. So, when you get older, you tend to hunch over.
Well, actually, it's reversed. The skeletal structure holds up the muscles. Because if your spine gets porous, osteoporotic, or osteopenia, soft, which happens when you age, what happens? You've seen them. Everybody starts hunching over.
Yeah.
And that's the curve that if you get a C curve like this, and you start hunching over. So your spine cannot hold up the muscles in your body. So then muscles, you work out and you're active, and everything starts to work in your favor.
If you have good, strong muscles now, in your muscles is where you burn your fat.
Correct.
So that's why with testosterone, you guys have much more than us, and that's why you can build more muscle mass faster, and with every twitch of your muscles. If you're driving, if you're fixing a car.
And ladies, when you're doing a program with your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, your friend who's, the opposite sex male, and you wonder, why does he lose so fast and I don't? Well, that's why. Testosterone.
Now you know why. Testosterone.
Because they have thicker muscles. They're supposed to, right? We want them to lift up things for us. We want them to, show their strength when we need it. And I love testosterone. I love using testosterone when I need it.
Where's testosterone when you need it?
Yeah, I always say to her son, where are you? I need testosterone. Where is it? Where are you?
But the thing is, when you care about your life and your future, if you are young, and what is young? If you're 24, if you're 30, if you're 40, if you're 50, 60, 70 young.
80.
We had 82,
90,
92,
we had a 92.
and 87.
Correct.
And they all lost weight, even in a walker, by doing this lifestyle. And the elderlies, the 87 and 92, said they wish they had known about this 30 years ago. But this whole lifestyle was through divine intervention. It was brought to me. And when we tested it out, then that led to us opening it up to the public because the results were just off the chart. Now, you've dieted before. You've done certain things. Did you? I know when you woke up and you could feel something in here, it was all going down.
Oh, yeah.
That kind of hit you like, oh, geez, this is working.
Oh, yeah.
What about your poop? How many times do you poop?
Oh, right in the morning now. And
See?
that was not happening before,
Right.
so.
Only once?
Oh, no, multiple times a day. Yeah.
Perfect.
But the thing is, he said,
Three. We want three.
yeah,
Yeah,
believe.
3 or more a day for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it just depends, you know.
It's all that fat coming out. You know, you want.
But Kyle also said, he said, I can tell my metabolism's working now
Oh, yeah.
because
How?
you're,
Because I wake up hungry in the morning.
Oh, wow.
see, that's something to think
Like,
about.
That's a-
I haven't woke up hungry in the morning for years. Like 4 years. And that's how I would never eat breakfast. But now I'm running for my fruit in the morning, so I can get right
like,
into my protein.
He does. It's like, charge.
Well, see, we thought it'd be fun to have Kyle as our guest because he just started. And for all of you who are thinking of starting, you know, you can see that it's not a big deal. And he's a young kid, and he's committed, and it's not a big deal. He's eating, he's enjoying it.
You just got to take it seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had bread or sugar in 3 weeks, so
Is that weird?
take it. If you take it seriously, you'll see a difference.
Now, you were drinking a lot of stuff like
Yeah.
alcohol and
Yeah, beers
beer
all
and
the
stuff
time,
like
yeah.
that. Being,
As young,
you know,
And I
Guys
haven't
do.
had beer either, so
yeah.
that's a big difference. I think that's where the gut was coming from a
That's
lot. You know,
that's one of the big ones. Yeah.
but you weren't absorbing. I mean, you were not digesting,
I wasn't
period.
digesting or absorbing my food.
And you were in insulin resistance, which means you could not stop the weight gain. You couldn't
no,
stop it.
No,
Right.
yeah, my digestive system wasn't working at all. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
You were in
metabolism.
trouble.
I mean, he was shocked when he goes. I think you were down in Mexico telling Tucker, "Hey, we have to go get something to eat right away." 'cause he-
yeah. I would tell him every morning, dude, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go.
I need food.
And I'd go downstairs, I get my fruit, and then I'd be like, all right, dude, we gotta go find something to eat.
But that you used to go a long time without even eating.
What did
Yeah,
you eat
yeah.
down there? Like eggs and
Eggs and just
They have good-
everything.
they have good-
chicken.
yeah,
I
they have
would
good
just get,
chicken.
I'd get barbecued chicken, a whole chicken or two. It was like
Right.
2 chickens for $10. So I would do that, and that would last me all day.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can get vegetables down there.
Yeah, and-
Oh yeah, I
stuff
had
like that.
veggies down there.
Yeah.
And,
they have lots
yeah,
of veggies
yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
They eat pretty healthy down there.
You can eat healthy down there,
But they do
if you
have
don't
junk,
eat-
yeah.
they
But
do. They do.
You can eat healthy down there, but they don't eat healthy down there most
Many
of the
don't.
time.
They
Yeah.
have sodas and
they
stuff.
everyone's drinking Coca-Cola down there
Right.
and eating a whole bunch of
Churros,
Well, the number one cause of death in
tortas and-
Mexico.
tortas,
The
Yeah,
number one
all that
cause of
good
death
shit
in
on it.
Mexico is
and
type
a
2
lot
diabetes.
of cow dairy, cheese.
Yeah.
But
Queso.
it's type 2 diabetes that's killing them.
Right. And the kids are coming up with
But
type
we
2
have that
diabetes.
here too. Type 2 diabetes
Yes, we do.
is the
People
second
are-
cause of death here.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing here. So, but what I want to emphasize here is that he was able to, he knew how to eat. So he went out and got what he needed to eat.
Right.
And you don't overeat and you don't undereat. But if you're hungry, you eat. You eat till you're full because your brain will be trained.
That's why he's so amazed because
Yes.
your dinner dish last night.
Oh my god! Yeah, I haven't had a meal like that in months and months and months.
Wow.
And then
It
you
was
wake
just
up and
really
you're
good.
thinner.
Oh yeah, thinner, and I have to go to the bathroom in the morning, and I'm hungry again after eating a full meal like that.
See,
And you would think, people out there that are naive, they think that someone Kyle's size is eating tremendous amounts of food constantly, like you see on TV, right? My 600-pound life, they eat, 5 orders of not Happy Meal, but Big Macs and stuff like that.
No,
I've
never eaten
but
like that.
my mother was more than 100 pounds overweight my whole life. And she never ate, and no one ever believed her that she never ate. She wouldn't eat all day, and I go, Mom, you have to eat.
The metabolism is completely shut down.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It wasn't an insulin resistance, but it wasn't until the last year of her life, she was in a wheelchair and in hospice, that she lost like 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
You saw her.
That's
before
because
she
you
died.
were in control.
I
of
was
her.
in control. I had the caregiver eating, feeding her. She was craving the meat too. She was a blood type O. She was craving the meat, but she was feeling like $1 million.
Well, I just want to remind everybody that we have a contest, and it's going to be fun
And it's CONTESTS
at
flushyourfat4good.com.
and you email us and tell us why you want a free one-on-one with either Coach Sue, Coach Jennifer, and Coach Katie. And you can go to youtube.com and look at our channel. It's youtube.com/Flush Your Fat for Good. And I think it was 2 weeks ago is when we introduced our coaches.
Yes.
So you guys can listen to that and see. But these girls have really become extremely knowledgeable. They know how to help you. They know tricks of the trade. They can do a one-on-one with you. And also these girls are available for not just 1 hour, but for the whole month.
Right.
And sometimes
1 hour a week, isn't that right?
Yeah.
1 hour a week for a month.
they do 1 hour a week, and then they can email back and forth throughout the week. But it'll be phone calls one a week. But with the free contest, for a free one-on-one session, I think that would be the way to go. And they'll just jumpstart you. And if you want to get the starter kit 1 in the storefront, that's all you need.
That's all you
And
need.
then you have somebody to take your hand and go through it. And by January 1st, you're going to be rocking it,
You
You're
could
gonna
be
feel
how many
better.
pounds lighter? Let's see.
25 at least. Yeah. Well, with Kyle, you've done 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and look at all the change. Can you imagine 2.5 months?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be rolling.
Yeah. You're going to be riding that dirt bike.
Pretty soon.
For sure.
Probably after, a little after. In the spring, I think you'll be riding it.
Yeah, we'll be back on.
Yep.
Yeah. So everybody is congratulating you.
Thank you guys.
on the
Congratulations,
podcast
Kyle.
here.
We're proud of
And-
you.
Yeah. And we want to thank you guys for joining us. And until next week, and thank you, Kyle, for joining
Oh,
us.
pleasure. Thank you guys for having me.
So goodbye. God bless.
Bye-bye now.
Later, guys.
You're listening to Flush Your Fat for Good with Jackie and Dr. Vicky, only on LA Talk Radio.